went out there not focused on wins and losses, but just on the growth for the team that the tournament offered. And the guys did everything we could expect of them. In terms of the effort that they put in, it was all that we had asked. And they also were incredibly clutch at critical times in all 5 games, quite frankly. And in the 2 games, Whittier and Redlands, it led to victories. You can play water polo anywhere, but there's really nothing like bringing the team out to California, which is the capital of water polo in our country, to face a wide variety of different levels of competition, and most of the teams are out there. But the bonding that the players did, not just in the water, but out of the water, that leads to chemistry in the water, was incredible. And that's why trips like this are so essential for water polo program.
Well, about the game-winning goal against Whittier, I would say that was 100% result of team play. It was probably the hardest 5 minutes on that tournament, which all culminated to that golden goal. Well, if it wasn't for guys like Frezzi that made a kick out, and Fetty who made the pass, and a bunch of other little factors, we wouldn't have scored that. So 100% team play.
Yeah, like you said, the water polo for the weekend was great, but definitely spending the weekend just staying with the team. All the van rides, like to and from games, to and from the airport, and then even the plane ride, we're all just sitting together, just preparing for games and everything, winding down after games.
Felt amazing. We came for the sole reason to play those 2 teams at 100%, and we gave all out, and turned out great. They were initially ranked above us, so felt great to win those games.
In the games where it was more like of a match for us, I feel like it's definitely been better in the cage. Our defense has been holding up and helping me out.
He's also being modest. Hayden was a monster for us in the cage this past invite at Davis, making steals and stops at all the critical moments. We dug a hole for ourselves against Whittier, and we were down big in the first and second quarters. We weren't playing well at all. We were asleep, and the only way we could get back into the game was through defensive stops, and it begins with our anchor, and Hayden was a great anchor.
Well, away games are always special because you're kind of in a team cluster, and you don't have like when we play home games, everyone's in dorms, so we don't interact that much in our own free time. But I would say California trip was very special. We got to know the incoming class of freshmen. They got to know us a little better. We had some class of 2017 showing up, so it was a good experience overall.
Yeah, against Whittier, it was tough seeing us go down in the first half, but I knew that, like, at least lately we've been a second half team. We've been able to pull through in the second half, and
by necessity.
Yeah, because we had to, and we were able to, and then we were able to tie it up going to overtime, and then they scored the first goal in overtime. And then we had to score another one to like tie it back up to go into sudden death, and luckily we were able to. And then, I mean, sudden death as a goalie is always rough, as you know. If you're the last line of defense between you and losing, and but then we were able to pull out ahead.
We played an entire sudden death overtime. We scored the winning goal with 4 seconds left, and Hayden came up with a couple steals in that overtime period and a couple blocks, and it was a huge win for us.
We met our expectations, even above that. So right now we feel amazing. We're currently preparing for the tournament in New York. That's going to be in 2 weeks. So definitely seeing us ranked 3rd, you said, in Division 3 is really encouraging. So we're going to try to keep that up.
So going out to a tournament like the Davis Invite or another tournament out in California where you see such varied competition, really good teams, only helps us get ready for conference play. Conference play is always difficult. You know each other, you know each other's styles of play, and we're on the road, which is never easy. So we got exactly what we wanted from this tournament. It wasn't about wins and losses. It was about, because those are just results, it's about how you get to those, and we really grew together as a team.
Playing in California against all those teams where it's just a higher level of water polo, and just in general, it's definitely a good way to prepare for some of the teams that we'll be facing in conference.